here at the NFL Scouting Combine. I'm joined now by Trent Baalke, 49ers General Manager. And Trent, you're here after a couple weeks of your pre-combine meetings with your entire staff. How do those meetings shape what you're about to do here this week?
Well, it puts into focus the guys that we want to concentrate on while we're here. We obviously are here to watch everybody, but there's certain guys that we're going to place an emphasis on based on where we currently have them and how we have them evaluated.
We're here in this suite where you're going to check out most of the action, but another big part of this week is the interview process. And you get 60. So how do you go about putting that list together, prioritizing who you want to meet with, and is that a difficult task?
It is difficult because of the timing of when you have to have it in. You have to have it in early, and we're not far enough along in our draft meetings to have a full understanding of exactly who we want to interview. So there's always a few guys that, if you had to do it over again, you probably wouldn't have in the big room, and there's some other guys you would. But it gives us a chance to meet 60 guys face to face, rub elbows with them a little bit for 15 minutes, and get a feel for them. Certainly, you're not going to learn everything you want to learn in 15 minutes meeting with somebody, but it gives us a good starting point. And from there, we know what we have to do to get to know these guys better.
I would imagine that 15 minutes goes by pretty quickly. So how do you balance the get to know you personality-wise, and then also just talking ball and getting to know their football IQ as well?
Well, it is. It's what do you want to place the emphasis on, because you can't do it all. We place the emphasis on football. I really let the coaches run that meeting, that interview. They talk a lot of ball with them, X's and O's, get them on the board a little bit, and kind of feel where they're at. And we know enough about them going into it, where if we need to dig up more information or see them at greater length, we can choose to bring them in as one of our 30, or we can go out and visit them in person. When
it comes to the action here at Lucas Oil Stadium, do you have a list of small school guys where you say, okay, the tape looks good, I like what I see, but I want to see them, again, rub elbows and go side by side in the drills, in the workouts?
Absolutely. You're looking to see, first and foremost, how affected are they by the big stage? For a guy coming from a small school, this is a big stage. And it's only going to get bigger. The stadiums are going to get bigger. They're going to get fuller. There's going to be more scrutiny on their performance. So you want to see how they react. And the young guys, I was a small school coach. I came out of North Dakota State, South Dakota State, and coached those programs. So I'm a big fan of the smaller school prospects, and real encouraged by this year's crop. And I think there's been a lot of good football players that have come out of Division II, Division I AA, even Division III over the years. So you got to scout them all.
I know how keen you are on film, and the tape is king every year. But how common is it for guys to get out here, and what they are here in Indianapolis is completely different from what you've seen on film all year long?
It happens every year, and you can get tricked and fooled by what happens here. We try to always go back to the film.
How your draft board looks going into the week and how your draft board ends leaving the week, how different are those two things?
We won't move anybody based on this. What we will do is look deeper into people, both pro and con. If there's guys that work out here very well that we don't have ranked very highly, we'll take another hard look at them to see what we may be missing, and vice versa. But we won't leave the combine and make any decisions on a player just based on what they do here.
Before I let you go, I want to talk about a couple of guys on your current roster. You get a couple extensions done. Garrett Selleck, who's about to be a free agent, and then Quentin Dial extending him as well. How important was that? Before free agency even starts, you're getting a couple of pieces locked up.
Well, we're excited for both of them. Garrett was an undrafted free agent. Quentin Dial was a later round pick, 5th round pick out of Alabama. Neither one came in with the highest of accolades. Garrett had to work his way onto the roster, as did Quentin. The neat thing for those two guys is they've earned it. They've come in, they've done everything right, both on the field and within our community. They're exactly what we're looking for. They're young players with upside. They've proven that. They've proven they belong in the National Football League, and they've proven they've earned an extension with the organization. So we're excited to move forward and watch them continue to develop.